Dead chemistry professor, Detective Alexander Mole. Looks like school's out for good.
Right. And what have you found so far?
There's a cloth covering his face. Could be cotton. There's another cloth over there with blood on it. Could be his, could be somebody else's. He's got a piece of paper in his hand. We haven't touched it yet. There's also a broken bottle on the counter, and somebody threw up in the corner.
And this white residue all around him?
We're still working on that one, sir.
Of course you are. Heard from forensics yet?
Not yet, sir. They should be here soon. The techie prepped the scene.
Forensics is going to have a field day with this place. Who knows what kind of chemicals wound up in here? Fingerprints are going to be a mess with all these kids constantly coming in and out. If this is in fact blood, getting typing and DNA will be difficult. Who reported the scene?
Professor Whitson, one of Mole's colleagues.
Where is he?
She, sir. She's in her office. Down the hall, second door on the right, room 419.
I'll go talk to her. Have you talked to anybody else about this?
No, just a couple kids trying to get in. Said they were something called a lantern. Is that some kind of student newspaper or something?
Sounds like the kind of ridiculous name kids make up to get a look at a crime scene. I'll go talk to Whitson. Keep this place locked up, will you? You, Jane Whitson?
I prefer Professor or Dr. Whitson.
Of course you do. I'm Detective Smith.
All right.
Okay, so, Jane, why don't you tell me a little bit about this morning when you found Dr. Mole?
I came in at 8 and found the chair on the floor.
The chair? All the lecture hall chairs are bolted to the floor.
The department chair, Dr. Alexander Mole.
So, he's your boss.
Very good.
Why'd you go to the lecture hall this morning?
To prepare for my lecture tomorrow.
And what about Mole?
What about him?
Well, what was your general opinion of him? Was he liked? Did he get along with people? Did he get along with you?
This is the academy, Detective. We all get along.
Sarcasm. Is your boss's death funny to you?
Detective, you have to understand we're under a lot of pressure here. With state funding and how it's going, it's always gallows humor here. And Mole was a new chair. He only started a few years ago. He never made decisions that benefited the majority. He even cut some of my funding, so I'm definitely not laughing about his death.
Good to know. So you haven't had any problems with him recently?
Are you suggesting I'm a suspect? Look, I wasn't happy with the direction the department was going, so I told him about it one day. We had an argument, but that's nothing that's out of the ordinary. In fact, you can ask anyone who's ever had an argument with him. If I were you, I'd start with the secretary, Gertrude Holland. She had more reason to be upset with Mole than me.
And why is that?
They fought all the time. If he wasn't the most ideal chairman, he was an even worse boss. He'd yell at her a lot, make her work weekends, and she's not the most stable girl I know. And over the years, it's really done a number on her. And between the two of us, Mole had a lot to do with that.
Where's her office?
Go out the door, and it's the third door on your left.
Great. Wait, one last thing. Where were you last night?
I spent a lovely evening shopping for gourmet food, and then I went home and cooked. I'm quite the Epicurean.
Alone? Okay, and what happened to your thumb?
Oh, dicing delectables. Bye-bye now.
You Dennis Rogers?
Who's asking?
Detective Smith, Columbus PD. Can I ask you a few questions?
Okay.
You heard about Alexander Mole's death today?
Yeah, I'm not deaf.
When did you get here this morning?
Like 7, I suppose. Supposed to get here to clean up the lab a little bit before all the messers arrive.
The Messers?
Yeah, you know, the messers, the students, professors, people who make a damn mess of everything, spilling stuff all over the floor, never cleaning up after themselves.
I see. What happened to your thumb?
Oh, I nicked it on a piece I was working on.
A piece.
Yeah, a sculpture. I'm a bit of a sculptor. I really only do this job for the health benefits and for these wonderful polyester uniforms that they give us.
You don't like them.
I mean, come on, look at this. I'm clearly not Barbara. But, yeah, I mean, we pretty much have to wear whatever Mole decides that we have to.
Sounds like you don't like this job much.
I mean, it's not who I am. It's just something I do until my work starts to sell better.
I see. Do you like the people here?
You mean or did I like Mole? I mean, to be honest, not really. It didn't have anything to do with the guy's murder, though. There's a lot of people around here that don't like him, or didn't. You should talk to Whitson. She hated Mole. I was sweeping up outside his office the other day, and I heard those two screaming at each other. Something about funding, I guess. But I heard her say something like, "I'm gonna get you, Mole." And then he just stormed out of her office, and she slammed the door.
Okay. Did anybody else see this?
I don't think so, but I'm guessing someone probably heard it. They were pretty loud.
I see. Is there anything else you'd like me to know about Mole?
I don't think so.
Thank you for your time.
Sure.
Who is it? Who's there?
I'm Detective Smith with Columbus PD.
Go away.
Ma'am, I'd like to ask you a couple questions if I could have a moment of your time.
I'm extremely busy. Now would you please go away?
Do you bake?
Pardon me?
Do you bake cakes? My daughter likes to bake. She also likes to decorate cakes. She's always watching that one show.
Cake Boss?
That's the one.
I could be on that show.
Well, why aren't you?
Because I have this job, because I'm stuck here, because I'm a damn good assistant. Did you know there's a killer on the loose? Somebody killed my boss!
Yes, and I was hoping that you could help us find this killer, Miss Holland.
I couldn't! Then they would come after me.
May I?
It's for my health.
Is it? Ma'am, did you and Dr. Mole have a big fight recently?
We always fought. He was just so unhappy. He fought with everyone. Not many people liked him.
Because of the budget cuts.
Oh no, his budget plans were genius. I was always supportive of him with those.
Did you two fight often?
We did. He was just so unhappy all the time, and I've never seen him yell at anyone, not even me, more than that poor janitor.
Which janitor?
My poor feet. They hurt all the time. I have to...
Miss Holland, which janitor did Dr. Mole fight with?
Dennis Rogers.
And where can I find him?
Around cleaning something. The janitor's closet on the first floor by the water fountain.
See you later.